Right. Well, welcome back to Business and Bullshit.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. 2088 album, Janae and Big Sean. If you didn't get the reference, that's a good album. 2 Minute Warning. Go listen to it. All right. Today we are talking about balancing being a business owner and being a mom, and not necessarily a business owner, but entrepreneur in general. And this was Sharonda's idea topic. So, how do you feel like you balance?
I don't know, thinking back on all of it just seems like a lot. I feel like you have to remember that you're a person, you were a person before you became a parent. So I think it's really important to keep that identity when you have kids because
It can easily get lost.
boy, I felt like I had kids before I even knew who I was, and I didn't really find out who I was until my late 20s, early 30s.
Same.
It's hard.
My identity was heavily on man kids. The kids man. Did you see those trends and videos where it's like those, like how you lose your spark after you have a kid? And some of the men, like, have you seen that? It was like a trend on like Reels or
I
something.
think I've
I don't know.
seen
It
one
was
of
like you
those
lose your
before.
spark after you have a kid, or watch me lose my spark after I have a kid. And like some of the men in the comments were like, "So you lose your spark after you have it? So what? You grow up and have kids." But it's not about that.
It's not
It's
about
that
that.
you're just you before children, and I love my kids. Before children, you don't have a care in the world, and they definitely do make you grow. They grow up like you're this vibrant person. But yes, when you do have kids, like it's no longer about you. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is definitely a life-changing, altering thing.
And then for moms too, like it's different for moms than it is for men. A woman's tasks are often invisible. Like the mental load of taking care of kids, keeping appointments, and making sure they ate what did this do at the time, did this do da 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 da. It's exhausting.
And that's why it's so important to have the correct and right partner.
It is. But even when you do, you still get you
Yeah, and
still
that's
the women
because
have a lot of on them that men just don't see because they don't live it. They don't carry it. They don't have to nurse their bodies back to health after the fact. They're just
it's definitely a different task than
yeah,
it
it's
is for the
different.
men. And also women have that emotional intelligence. And kids obviously they sense that. So kids are going to be automatically drawn to that maternal nurture aspect. Women definitely do take the brunt of kids.
And that is why women lose their spark.
Yeah. So, with that being said, how do we balance everything? And what are some tips that we can do for balancing? So, I know for me personally, I feel like ever since, yes, my thing with getting into skincare and becoming an esthetician was strongly based in my own skin and wanting to correct that. But as that progressed, I definitely saw the relaxation and self care aspect. And I feel like I dove really deep. And honestly, that is the mission behind my business, is to promote self care, relaxation for women, because we need it. And
Okay,
it's,
especially moms, baby. You need this shit because
yes,
kids don't take a break.
no.
They're like, "Oh, you're tired? Too fucking bad.
Yeah. And
More cereal, please.
you
I'm
need you
hungry.
need a minute to cry in the bathroom. I want to come in.
I want to come in, please.
Wait, you're
But
taking a shit?
let me smell it.
Can I help you even?
Can I wipe for you?
Like in those videos also where like the mom is trying to have a breakdown and the kid, and you have kids, so it's like you're like wiping faces and cleaning up and then go back. You literally cannot have a moment. And also, this is huge. Your fucking bedtime is 8 p.m. every night, because I need at least an hour or two to myself.
To decompress, yes.
I could not get that enough. And you have, and I feel like structure is a really big thing with making sure your life doesn't fall apart. So yes, when my kids come home, they have an hour on their electronics. They get off their electronics. They have an hour or two to go play or do what they do. But them tablets and phones, they don't have them past 6 p.m. because your mind needs time to wind down from the constant screen time. And
She's not wrong.
And at 7 o'clock, baby, we reading for 30 minutes, brushing teeth, and going to bed. So yes, that is the structure. You have to have structure, because if you don't, they're not going to have structure.
Baby, them kids will run around like mad people if you don't. They gonna be
Yeah,
they run around like mad people. They have no laws.
none at all. And so I just feel like so when we do have that time, like, yes, your kids need you, you have that time, but when that is done, then it's time for you. And that's not the time for you to doom scroll. That's the time for you to take 15 deep breaths so you can cleanse your aura.
Take 20.
Yeah. And journal or read or do yoga or stretch, because if you are constantly going through your day like this and then you go to sleep like this, you're going to wake up like this. You cannot. So something that I have learned, I notice when I don't stretch or do yoga before I go to bed, I don't sleep that as good. And I wake up thinking of, if something has had happened, I wake up thinking about that the next day. So I have to take that time to decompress. I really wish I could be more diligent about doing my massages and getting facials from other estheticians, but
I want a massage. I need one every week.
yes, yeah, me too. I need another one.
You just talking and giving. I'm just staring off into space, thinking about my life choices.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Okay, so what do you do to take care of yourself? This bitch trying to be funny.
I'm not. So you know what's really funny is that they talk about like I feel like I take a lot from my sister. I feel like I'm a lot more laxed when it comes to my kids. My kids are older than her. I have older than hers. I have teenagers, and sometimes yuck.
I keep hearing horror stories about teenagers.
Yeah. So I'm in the space where I kind of let them govern themselves in a certain way, like their time, because I feel like they're both in high school. They have to learn to do that. They can't. I don't want to micromanage them anymore, because when they
umbrella or helicopter parent,
I'm not trying to do that. So I'm trying to loosen the reins on them. But girl, sometimes they do get implemented. Give me your phones and give me your tablets and give me all your things until you can get this regulated. I'm going to help you regulate it. If you don't want to help yourself, I'll happily help you. They hate it when I get involved and I help them. But you're not failing on my watch. You're not going to fail.
Being a parent,
you're not
so lovely in rainbows all the time.
Yes. You can put the rainbow right here, but no, it needs like a storm cloud. Yeah, and then the rainbow is in the distance, I guess, sometimes. So yeah, I actually do take a lot of advice from my sister when it comes to self-care.
But yeah, structure is important. Your routine is important. You have to make a timeline, and I feel like that's like the biggest thing. And because if you don't section your life, because when I'm a mom, I'm a mom. When I'm at work, I'm an esthetician. When I'm a
bad bitch, she's a bad bitch.
Okay. And when I need to take care of my man, I take care of my man. But having those all mingled, like, and there's just no, you have to have boundaries.
Yes,
you have to have.
That's a big one that I'm learning right now is boundaries. I have my studio space that I work in for tattoos, but I paint and do other art also, and I do that at home in my home studio space. So I actually have to physically cut out time, actually barricade the baby out of my space.
Yes,
and tell my family, my husband or my kids, like, hey, I need this time for this and I need to get this done. They're very helpful. That's why, like she said, your significant other is so important for them to see those things and to make it easier on you.
Yes. Because if your partner doesn't see when you're drowning, are they your partner?
No. It's like another kid.
Dum, dum, dum.
Are they? If your partner doesn't see you drowning or don't throw you a life raft. Hey, bitch, let me get on your head. Hey, let me get a piggyback ride. Let's play chicken. Get rid of them.
And honestly, and it does take a village. It definitely does take a village. I don't see how people did it do it by themselves. And I know some people have no choice, but you got to do what you got to do. But I just know I'm very thankful for my village. I extremely thankful. I have the best support system, and that's also very important to lean into those friends. Your village is very important, and it's the people that you keep around you.